Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today we're going to be playing some more Factorio. This is my Parameterisation series, as I'm calling it, where I am learning how to do Factorio parameterization and prioritization and all sorts of other things beginning with P. I just need to check. Yeah, that's okay. Cool. Some odds happened with my microphone where it's decided to do noise cancelling. And I can't turn it off, which is fine, but, you know, it has its uses. But it means I can't hear my own voice properly like I normally can. So, apologies if I end up weirdly shouting in this. Let's just check all of the things are coming through. That we have Twitch live streams, we do. That we have YouTube live streams, that we do. We have that there. Let's set all of that up. Cool, excellent. So, the plan today, really, is to actually build up the base. So we've been making all of these rail blueprints and all that sort of stuff, and my over-engineered solutions to things. And we kind of need, part of the reason for doing this is to stress test it. So we have, you know, a set of blueprints. I don't know if they really work properly. We have some stations. I don't know if it really work properly. What I would say is that the whole thing of me like streamlining this set of blueprints didn't happen. I have had a really busy week at work and not done anything on Factorio, and then Atomfall released on Thursday, and I played that instead. So not really made any progress in sort of, like, you know, reducing these, and we still have the bonkers number of stations. So yes, so that's going to be a continuing issue. We have set up copper, both in terms of the ore and the plate. And, okay, so yeah, I finished the depot, didn't I? But I didn't set up uranium. Okay. I have set up that oil, though, that's good. And we are setting up a second one. So, didn't I make it? I did make a list. So, we've got the uranium mining, Covrex. We obviously need to do the research anyway. Iron mining and iron smelting is what we need to do next, really. So, oh, hello, Emil Steenkamp, how you doing? Hi, managed to catch the stream start. Good. welcome along. And hello, PT Dog. Hello to you as well. Hope you're both doing well. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Okay, so I guess we need to finish off this oil, which I don't think I finished, or I did finish. I mean, we have pipes connected. I guess there won't really be any demand for it. Trains with this stop. Trains on the way 0. I guess that's because I'm doing the interrupt thing, isn't it? And is it all like dropped off and it's full? And so it is emptying. We are processing oil. That's a good thing. And it's still doing the drop off. Yeah, okay. So I think that is okay. We probably do want a second fluids. Let's turn the logistics and pollution off so I can see what's going on. We probably do want a second one of them. Now, we should have a blueprint that will let us easily and simply, a simple case of simply putting on a new one of these. Now, apparently, when they've got all their bits and pieces like logged and stuff, they start in a turned on thing. So if we call this oil, apparently, when the bots build that in, it will be all set up to do, or you know, to be automated. And hopefully, that means it'll. If it does a loop or something, that's fine. But hopefully, because there's no command for the bots to fill it with fuel, you see. So hopefully, it will interpret. I guess that's it doing some test, is it, as it's turning off and on? Okay. What even are you? You're nothing. Okay, I need to do. I'd forgotten how I was doing it. So at the very least, we got some fuel in that one. They're taking a while, aren't they? But I guess we've not done many bot researches. Now, what are you ready to do? Okay, yeah. So it's doing that because it's got a signal saying, or you know, a thing saying you need to fill up with fuel. Okay, but is this all hooked up and we got modules in it and Yeah, it looks all good to me. So, I probably need to tidy this up a little bit. If we can get past these trees. Let's swap that out there. And then maybe do it that way around there. Like so. Have they changed that icon? That looked different to me. Cool. So, I think we'll call that good. So we've done the oil. Was oil on our list, or had I already removed it? Looks like I'd already removed it if it was ever there. So we need to decide which iron mines we're going for. And that was made tricky by the fact that we have some really rather big nests knocking about. So we're probably best to go down here because we'll get 2 almost for the price of 1. And we could use maybe 1 for iron plate and 1 for steel, maybe. Since last stream, I have completed the retrofit of my 1.1 base with generic trains. The problem with that base was that I had a whopping 3 different train lengths. And I also discovered that having a constant combinator in parameterized blueprints is super useful. Yeah, I'm really loving the parameterization. Don't feel like I've really, got to grips with it properly yet, but I'm kind of loving what I've played with so far. It's making, particularly given how I do things, with my storage chests and filtering and setting logistics conditions and stuff. It's going to save me so much faffing around. I don't need to go back to... I mean, we've not got much coal, so that's not good. So let's see if we can't... In fact, we're right at the coal, and I am forgetting to go and get at the thing. There we go. Let's grab a bit of coal. We'll put some of that in there. Grab that out. Maybe make sure there's at least 2 stacks. So we can do that, and then put that back in there. Cool. So I think that's all we really need for now. We could get the bots working on... working on what? Working on... Got all these bonkers train stations. What was I thinking? Working on. Where's the straight bit? There's a straight bit. Is that the right way around? I think so. Working on. Going out that way. We'll need to take them out. Yeah, let's take it to there, say. So if we go and sort those worms out, we won't lose any bots. Say you need to run a calculation based on total cargo slots in a train. Instead of having the player do the maths, put the parameter inputs in the constant combinator and then multiply it by 40 in the blueprint automatically. Yeah, you can use combinators generally to do all sorts of maths. Because they are just literal little calculators, really. So you can actually just set, if you need to divide one thing by another and you can't do the maths in your head, you can just do it automatically in the blueprint. Because obviously it knows, it'll basically, find and replace, as it were. It swaps out the stacks, things like stack size and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really convenient little tool that they've added. Okay, so that's the worms gone. Now, have we got things and bits? So we probably want to at least top that up. Maybe put that 1 extra cannon shell in there. Ooh, burning through the coal quite quickly, but it is only coal, isn't it? So, which ones are we going to take out here? We've got to take out that. So let's do that first. We want a few... Let's leave it a little second so we get closer. I think if we put in a kind of backstoppy type runaway place. Cool. And then we want, say, 4 of them. And then we'll go and poison our way in. So get rid of the worms. A little bit of damage as we go. Worms. That's very loud for me. I'll check the OBS in a second. Put that to the cannon. Oh. I'll just head back up there. Check the OBS. Oh, it does seem a bit loud on that. Okay. Oh, stop gobbing at me. It's difficult because I say, because it's suddenly decided to start doing the noise cancellation. Take it down just a little touch. Not getting any background noise. Cool. Yeah, let's pick these guys up. Oops. There's a shortcut I never really learned. That Alt, because you do Alt D and it's like the deconstruction planner. Cool. Okay, so let's pop that back on. Gun foods. Stop that back up. Like so. We probably do want some more damage, but I don't think we can do anything until we've got purple or gold. No, because we need like gold for most of them now. Okay. Really need to get a shift done, because these biters will have been evolving and all sorts while we've been messing around with parameters. Have we got any nests in this area? Anything here? Nothing there. Cool. So I'm going to need to take these out because they're bound to get hit by the pollution. There's no trees between them and all that really. So I have to get rid of them. Let's see if there's any sneaky little surprises below them. Ah, no, we've got what looks like... Wait, oh, sorry. I've angered them. Cool. And then... So let's just sweep along the bottom here. We appear... Oh, okay. We appear to have a proper coastline. That is very convenient. I like that. I like that a lot. What about here? What are you, little promontory there? Excellent. There's a lot of nests in there. So yeah, let's take out this little group here. Where am I going up there? Right. Quite a lot of worms in that one, so that shouldn't be too difficult to take out. Turrets, pop them there. Oh. Guess this has got more stuff, has it? Cool. Let's hop in there. I think maybe just 2 this time. And then we'll get some... poison in. Again, very loud for me. They did actually do something, and there was something in the change request, change log about sound. But I thought it was to do with like varying the levels. Oh, I forgot to turn my lots off. Okay. Hop out. I still think the coolest thing was me figuring out how to get a maximum size for a signal So you have a signal that fluctuates between 0 and 7 as input, but you can't have it higher than 4 as output. So as in like capping the max size on it, sort of thing. I don't need to do that yet, do I? Let's hope, actually, first off, let me just have a look-see. Oh, so they're still chugging away. Do we have cliff? We must have cliff explosives because we're not. Yeah, we're not bound by volcanous nonsense. So we could certainly come down there, but where would be? If we did it there, it's probably a bit better. Yeah. So if we make that one a T, and then we go down there, I'll leave it there for a second. Cool. Now, bots are then going to probably fly across this way, so we need to be taking out this nest. I think we're going to take that out first, actually. Was working on, in what spare time I did have, which was not a lot, I recorded the last part of my I'm sort of reviving the whole lore series that I used to do with you know, the Friday Facts and that sort of thing. Oh, well, not reviving it. I guess I never actually did that as a series. Oh! Guess a bit too close there. But yeah, I've been working on some videos about lore in Factorio. And, recorded the last bit of the audio. Oh, I should be poison captioning. What about that? Cool. I am going to just look and see what game seems incredibly loud. Let's take it right the way down to 50% then. So I know they did do some fiddling, so maybe it's reset it in some way. Fiddling about, you see, fiddling about. Okay, let's get some more of them. Poison on the go. Okay. Let's put that on. Cool. Let's park up next to our tank. Next to our turrets. Let the bots do some healing. I'm just going to rearrange things again. There we go. There we go. Cool. These picked up. Always surprises me when the bots die. Just, it's off. What's happening? And it's just. I know what's going on. We're losing them because they're going in there, aren't we? Because I've got that on. I was wondering where all the ammo was going. Cool. Let's put that in there then. So we are running out of that. We should top up with a coal. Cool. We'll take them out. And depending on what's really in there, we should be fairly safe. But these bots are doing terribly, aren't they? So slow, I guess. I'm not doing a good job there at all. Yeah, well. Ah, well. Okay, where do we want to park up? Let's go in here. I'm probably a bit close there, actually. There we go. Let's get that. is better. I'm going to put in more turrets on that one. And then let's grab some more ammo. Go. Do. We're okay there. Let's get... Can I do 6? I can do 6. Okay. Turn you off. Bit of poison. It's a lot of gob. It's a lot of gob. Alright. Okay, it should be all the worms dead, which helps us out a lot. Let's just hold up, heal. Restock the bots. And flip to... Oh, it's already on cannon. Wait, was I firing cannon shells? Alright guys, alright. Bit thin there a bit. Okay. So it is a big nest. Yeah. That's highly inconvenient. Okay, get rid of that. Some more of them on. Oh, crash into a rock. Oh, did it again. Probably a bit too big, really, ideally, for what damage buffs I've done, etc. But we'll muddle through. Yes, there we go. Turrets mop these guys up. Cool, we're still building up there, crikey. How much testing have you done with the stompers and landmines? It'd be faster if you placed all of the roboports manually. It probably would be, yeah. But I'm down here. A reasonable amount. I mean, I don't know about testing as such. There's no science behind it, but landmines are super effective against everything. I ended up with basically landmines were what were defended my Gleba base. Or Gleba base, rather, I should say. Because the artillery would, destroy the nests, and then basically the landmines would be what would actually kill the stompers. I don't think I had any big ones though. I think it was still medium stompers. So I don't know how much more effective they are, but it did get a little, because they made the change of impacting the the damage. It started doing the radius of area of effect damage, or they buffed the area of effect. I can't remember, but basically it started damaging your own buildings, and I wasn't quite able to, or I didn't adjust my blueprint basically. So it was, I was taking damage basically on my buildings. But it didn't really seem to matter. Because you also buff explosives with, infinitely sort of things. So. Cool. Let's head up there then, and we'll see if we can kind of contribute to the whole build. I keep forgetting to take them bits out. Cool. Could also do, we could put some, in fact, if we do it via the thing, we could get in some requests here. Cannon shells. Oh no, that's the wrong request, is it? We want to go one of them, and then so a couple more of them. I guess my bots fulfilled those, did they? That's weird. Oops. Cool. Oops. Railway porting. See, the problem I have is that stompers are angry simply... Stompers that are angry simply destroy the elements before they trigger. I wasn't having that that problem, but I don't know, possibly that was happening. But I guess maybe... I don't know, if they're a response group, does that count as them being angry or not? But so I didn't seem to be having any problems with it. They were quite close to the artillery, but not that close, if you see what I mean. So maybe it was just outside of the range that they become, you know, they go into that aggressive attack mode, maybe? Don't know. Don't know. But yeah, landmines seem to be doing most of the work. I know people were having success with just putting out, you know, effectively like a wall, basically, of landmines. So they were quite far out. Again, I don't know what changes they made. They were quite highly buffed, though, when I was doing that. That as in the explosive damage was really high, so I would kind of expect, I mean, in the scale of a couple of landmines would take out a stomper. So, you know, just one or two triggering would kind of, you know, sort them out, sort of thing. Oh, so, well, I don't know. I felt like actual stomping on them caused them to trigger, not just, you know, get rid of them, as it were. But I don't know. Didn't really look at it all that closely. So, to me, it sort of went artillery plus land. I mean, I guess I also had Tesla turrets. I don't know if they were helping. Maybe they were stunning them and then they were standing on landmines. I don't know. So I didn't really look at it that closely because I built a little defensive thing. And then artillery just kind of stopped stompers from being a problem. To the extent that I think they should actually have, you know, done a balance pass on it, because it just seemed to be pointless, basically, having them there. Okay. Let's get this power pole in. Cool. I think it's just on the final approach when it's sight range. Okay. Yeah, so maybe they weren't flipping into that mode, you know, the sort of attack run mode. Self, since that's allocated. I like this little changing the colour when it's been allocated. It's just loads of nice little touches, quality of life type stuff. Okay. So we'll get this last bit done. Because I don't think I've blueprinted the like the smelters and stuff. Have to see. Get you in. Got all these bots. A lot of them are trying to do personal, but I keep wandering out of the network. Oops. They put up another video about for Satisfactory about what's coming in 1.1, and apparently it's hitting main branch, so it's like going to be live for everyone on 1st of April, which of course could be a April Fool's joke type of thing, but basically that's next. So tomorrow we'll be playing on 1.0, and then the week after we'll be on 1.1, which I don't know. After all the problems I had when it was going through the versions before, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But there looks to be some cool stuff in it. In particular, although maybe I'm just misunderstanding, but it was priority mergers that they've added, as in, you know, belt mergers, and I would have preferred priority splitters, but maybe that's already in and I've just never realised. Maybe it's a tech you unlock or something like that, but I'd rather have priority splitters than priority mergers. It does make me wonder if it'll finally get some sort of logic system in it, though. It's getting into that territory. Well, landmines are stupidly cheap. They do 250 base damage with an AoE size of 6. How many bots are in your network? No, not sure. A couple hundred, I think. It's not many. What we got? Construction 738 and about 1,000 logistics. The biggest problem is that they're slow, because I've been just ignoring purple, and we literally have is it 3 we've got? No, we haven't even got 3. So we're literally on only 2 robo speeds, which is rubbish, basically. But I've been messing around with parameterisation, so we've not made a lot of progress. Hence that being the goal today. So let's just let the bots do their thing. And we'll have a think about where we're actually going to put this stuff. Now, did I... Oh, it looks like I did put in... Yes, I have. Okay. So we have a blueprint of some description. Level 2 modules on it. Okay. For smelting. And we kind of want exactly the same thing as this, really. But what we want first is the actual pickup for the iron. Now, where are we going to put that? I think maybe if we go... Oh, I've got the wrong blueprint set. So if we go... So we do... Let's think about maybe T-junction there. Should have been one of them. And then we go there. And... I might well have just used up all the roboports in that I've made, basically. I've only been making them for a little while. Yeah, there's none in there. There's no red circuits. I bet they're all going into the centrifuge, are they? Yeah. I bet this is on something mad. Let's drop that right down. In fact, let's make it 10 and then it will stop. In fact, I bet I've got a load, have I? Because I don't remember... Yeah, there we go. I don't need centrifuges. Thank you very much. I don't have any rail. That's all coming in. Look at this. I guess the other concern might be power. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So, we could make the problem worse by giving the bots yet more jobs. How are we doing ratio-wise on there? I've got 2.4 to 2.1. That's not actually far off what it should be, really. But they're very close, aren't they? How about, then, we do a bit of a copy and paste upwards. There we go. Because if we've got a problem, like a lack of power, then we make that better by giving bots millions of jobs. Cool. So yes, all the roboports are used up. Is anything else using reds? I guess they are, aren't they? Cool. We could probably bump that down, but it's not going to make a lot of difference. Red circuits are happening, but not quickly. I think we could add on more red circuits. In my opinion, for early nuclear setups, speed modules are the only thing that should go in centrifuges. Okay. I'm not sure how many. I guess how many we've been chugging away at. 1 there, 3 there, 4. So we've got, what's that? 6, 7, 9, 12, 13. 14. So we're a good way off a useful amount, but that's fine. We don't have very much actual uranium. Cool. How are we doing, bots? We're getting a multicoloured explosion on the map. Okay. I think maybe if I sort of dash up, sort of reduce the travel time. Also, I might turn my bots off. Mostly the rail, I think, coming in. Oh, they're building stuff. Cool. Yeah, Steam's been kicking in to save my day, save my bacon. Got 8 on the way. Okay, oops. Centrifuges are crazy expensive. Yeah, they are ridiculous. I did say in, I think it was last week actually, or the week before, that I was a bit disappointed that centrifuges didn't really have any use. Would have been great if they were like how you made space science or something like that. It was just sort of, I don't know, always got forgotten about as a building. I mean, uranium is still kind of like optional in a way. It's a bit sort of weird. I don't know why they didn't. I suppose fusion is technically optional in a way, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't lean into it a bit more. You know, I guess probably there is a version where Arundel's, you know, gone mad with that as well. I'd quite like to play the, you know, like the mad version of all the stuff that they put in. I don't think it ever reached any kind of, you know, it was a lot of grey boxing, I think, and concepts that never even actually were in the game. But you know, there was sort of a note saying, you know, there will be 25 plants on Gleber and all sorts of madness. I don't think I'd finish it, because I say, I mean, having played SpaceX and got to a point where that just got boring. I don't think, you know, the gigantic scale of what it was probably where they needed to be, but it would have been interesting to see how it all linked together and what was going on. And there's this other fourth, hang on, what, fifth planet, fourth planet, fifth planet. Oh well, I guess is a shatter planet a planet, but there was meant to be another planet as well. I'd love to have known what the intended mechanic for that was. Apparently got merged with one of the others. So yeah, I'd love to know what that was all about. How are we doing? Cool. Uranium is not optional unless you're God and have a plan. I guess not. I mean, I mean, if you build a big enough platform, you know, even the like 1% solar, and also use quality and stuff. But it's not part of space science or anything like that anymore. And you could kind of skip to fusion rather than doing fission sort of thing. Oops. Okay. So, if we go round the corner there with a stacker, that's the wrong stack, is it? Yeah, it's the wrong stacker. We'd need the insane one. Yeah, and then do we need a stacker? I guess we do. And then we do the branched one there, maybe? Where are you? Yeah, put that in there. Cool. And then we'll sort of do a U shape for the mining. Yeah. So we want no. That's the inside one, isn't it? So that's pick up on iron ore. And then that's the same one. So this is nuts that I've got. Essentially exactly the same blueprint, ever so slightly tweaked. So that would be iron ore as well. And that one there. Coal, coal, coal. Let's go and pop there. Yes, this blueprint really is bad because it didn't connect roboports or anything. If I put that in there, it's a separate network, which is not good. Let's pop you in. As a reference to the space platform known as God's Plan, which got to the solar system edge with solar only. Oh, really? From the Sourceman Space Age with Noob series. Okay. I didn't know anyone had done that. Crikey. How many solar panels did it actually have on it then? Must have been nuts. Because it's only, say it's like 1%, isn't it, that you get from over at the Shatter Planet. I say, well, I suppose quality does potentially mitigate it a bit, but wow. It's going to be difficult to think up challenge runs, because that's the sort of thing you would think would be a challenge run. Unless that's what they were doing. You know, can you get to this? Can you finish the game only using solar? Sort of a question. I guess you could take it to the next level and go. Can you do it with solar and no quality, as it were? So only using regular things. But I guess you're in the territory there. It's more just about. You know, the answer is yes. It's just you've got to produce 1 billion platform pieces, you know, to make a platform big enough. So, don't know if it's all that interesting or not. Kind of given up with my try it one. I guess I can say what it was. I had part of the problem was I didn't really quite know. I ended up trying to combine 2 ideas I'd had. One was, can you finish? And somebody I think has already answered this, but can you finish without using any infinite technologies? So you cut off, you know, when you get to the whole repeating technology. So where it gets, so this you would be limited to cargo size 2, because then it gets into the infinite tech one. You know, just, well actually, no, you get 3, don't you? Because I'm thinking of robot speed. But there you go, 6 above is the where it counts as sort of being the infinite tech. So it's like, could you beat the game without doing any of those? And the answer is pretty much just yes. But you have to put a hell of a lot of turrets and stuff on a platform. Like a hell of a lot. Because you're not getting any damage buffs. Yeah, it needs to be there. One can go though. The other one I had is, can you beat Space Age with just efficiency modules, basically? So, which way do I want to do this? If I go, where's the densest part? I go maybe if I flip 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if we turn this one round. And again, it's like mostly the answer to almost all of the challenges is just yes, because it's just, you know, effectively saying, can I grind out enough of this to do it, sort of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, Let's do there then. But yeah, I sort of got lost because I was kind of doing. Should I do both of those, you know, together? How do I, you know, bracket that up? And yeah, it just all got sort of very messy, really. So what we're doing, we get 3 going backwards. It's a 3 to 4. We need the other way round. Let's put you there. They also take an enormous amount of time now, because any playthrough requires you to basically build. It's another. I'm probably going to do a video on this, but I don't know. They're not really complaints as such, but it's like I don't know. It just feels like there should have been like a shortcut mode for, you know, not easy as such, but like you know, you don't have to build an entire base in order to play, you know, Space Age basically, because you do at the moment. And obviously people that, you know, they can blast through the game. But yeah, it's quite an exercise getting through the game now. Let's go with go maybe there. Wait, missed one out. Oh no, there we go. I always do that. Cool. Maybe I'll open it up to if I ever do the memberships thing. I do want to, but it's just a lot of faffing around. That's what people would actually want to see as a kind of a challenge run. Okay. Probably want an extra row up. This is not quite covered. Put one in there. We're also going to put the radar in, and we need to connect this as well. In fact, why have I done that? Do it like that. Oh, my bots aren't on. How are we doing on the solar, lads? Oh, not too bad, not too bad. So steam has stopped kicking in, which is good. Ooh. Ooh. Might have to clean house. Awesome. So, we already have an iron ore train, don't we? I think. Yeah, you're an iron ore train. Oh, we have an iron plate train? We do have an iron plate train. Let's build a steel train as well, then. Steelio. Go through my millions of daft blueprints. Let's pop you in there. You're going to be steel. because we have the drop-offs already. Interesting, there's nobody there. I guess... Do we not have... copper plate tray? Look, copper... I don't think we do we? Because you're oil. You're coal. Well, at the moment you are, anyway. Okay, looks like we don't have a copper one. Let's put that in then. Yeah, I'm loving this. I'll just stick it in and it's done. I keep being nervous about it actually doing it, but you know, creates the groups and everything. Super. Okay, they're still working on that, so is there any iron ore flowing? Not really, we have gaps. Let's just build it in. I'll do it, lads. I'll just do it for you. Okay. So. Similar sort of dealio over here. How do we want to do this one? I guess we could nip down there. Ooh. Okay. So. I wonder if maybe we do T-junction there. And then could maybe put where's the... There it is. Put that stacker in. I never did the reversed ones of those, did I? Because that's that way. Ah. Actually, maybe I did. Yeah, there we go. So let's put them in. That'll probably work. Bring it there, connect it up. Let's pop the ports in, lads. Let your comrades build it all up. Last one. Have you made any more? Oh, something's happening. We got one. There's one. There's one Roboport. Success. Is it really? It's really just down to gear speed, isn't it? In which case, how about we give it a glow up? Probably actually do just faster, I guess, because yeah, iron ore's not struggling. Yeah, okay. For the game we're getting, I think we'll just go with 2 speeds. Oh, we've got 19 of them now. That's quick. Cool. I've not got any of that. Right then. Now this is what I call a patch of iron. Mostly because it's a patch of iron. Where do we want to go? Sort of there-ish, maybe? What does that look like? Something like that. Okay. I don't really know why I do this tidying up thing. Cool. Okay, so in theory we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, count them properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Why are there? Oh, there's a tiny bit of iron there. 2, 3. Just do it like this. So we've got 8 belts. But it's only really say. I mean, that one's not too bad. So we've got 1, 2, 4, 5 maybe that are sort of fairly good. But we could turn this one round. And definitely this one. Like so. Oh, do I not? I don't have any belt on me. And then, so that 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll turn these around. Get rid of all these extraneous power bars. Two, 3, 4. That. So, we can then go. Copy this one. And put your... Yeah. Ah, train cannot find path to destination. Interesting. Where are you trying to go? Oh, well, you're trying to go to a drop-off that didn't exist, so that's fine. We are okay with that, except we should maybe think about just sort of copying and pasting or redoing the same thing as this, really. So if we go... Where would we want to go? Where would we want to go? Yeah, I think if we put in, say... Because we do want a lot of iron. And... yeah, if I just copy it. Put you there. And then it would be the 4. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That one there. Tree is in the way. That's not very convenient to have a tree. Won't let me actually build that in, will it? Okay. Right. It's confusing having those extra wires. I really need to get rid of them. Then we want... Ow. Ow. It's too far away. Okay, let's put you there then. But we're going to need one. What will connect? So if that's sort of the limit there. Could have one in there. And so that would still connect. So if that was there, I think that would connect. What would you cover? To there, to there. Okay, so I think that gives it enough coverage to build it in. Obviously, we don't then have power. Okay. Okay. Find one of my med stations. What are you? You're a pickup. But you're that side. Okay, so then you're also picking up iron ore. Iron ore. That one. That's a drop off, not a pick up. That one. Iron ore. Iron ore. Cool. Yeah. How are we doing with the bots? How about power? Yeah, we've got a little bit of headroom now. Cool. And that's doing okay. We're not threatening to run out of accumulator power. Cool. Yeah, I thought so. That all explodes into action. I think I'm going to go back to base. Yeah, let's go back to base and kind of restock ourselves. Probably need, need fuel in the tank. I don't think increase the fuel demand, but it feels like it's a lot less or something. Oh, we get some attacks going on. Where are you coming from? Oh, I guess you're coming from there, are you? Right. Yeah, boy, da. Yeah, very good, very good. Thanks for that. So, we're going to have to take that one out. And I guess there's probably something going on over here as well. Not quite hitting them. But yeah, it's gone. Are we all botted up? Yep. So it's only a small... We are fully restocked on bits and pieces, and it's only a small... Oh, and it's mostly worms. Whoops. Cool. Mostly worms. Pollution stops about there. Ah, we got another coast situation here. So what's the odds that this... I don't think it'll connect. But it could limit the amount of space we need to defend. So we're getting coastline. Oh! Big lot of lads. Let the bots heal me. That's like the other one we had to take out, so I'll kind of leave it because it's a bit... Oh, it could be that this ends. No. If it does, we've got more biters to deal with. What's going on over here? Oh, it does end. Unless that connects somewhere. Oh, it does, look. Whoop. Say it again. Say it very often. I love the new map, Jim. Okay, so if that probably goes somewhere, that's probably a whole thing. There's a weird little connection here. But yeah, that looks like that's sort of probably coastal there. So these are a bit too big for us to kind of deal with until we get a few more buffs and or more technologies. But you see how like it's coming in, probably do some funky things, or maybe they're little lakes or something like that. But yeah, let's have a check at what's going on here. I mean, we're not going to get any invasions because this is a rail world, so I'm not worried about expansion. Yeah, that comes to an end with a weird sort of spiky thing. Cool. Hello, Almando. Welcome. How you doing? Afternoon to you as well. I was going to go back to base, wasn't I? there. Oh, looks like we are very close to infringing on them. But yeah, this could easily be a, coastline there, or it could go down into anything. Should I go and take them out? We might have to. Okay. Let's get up here. Park up. Let the bots do their thing. Yeah, we'll take them out. It's not too big. This should, if they get very angry, hopefully they'll come and get demolished by that. I have got these in. The only silly thing I've done is leave this. Which, if pollution reaches them, that's probably what they'll come and nosh on. Yep. Plodding away on those builds, okay. I guess I could put in the... So what would that be? The pickup. So we would want it on that side. So we're picking up iron plate. Picking up iron plate. Iron plate. Iron plate. Yep, this is what I've done there. In fact, I could probably copy and paste that. Because that's all agnostic, isn't it? The actual smelting is, it is what it is sort of situation. Okay, so what happened there? Oh. So I do that. And then just go on top of the power poles, like so. But we do need to put in, so this is drop off, which side of the, like that. So this would be the iron ore, same again, and then that's the drop off on that side. Iron ore. Iron ore. I want more trains because we've got to do both steel and the base itself. So we want iron ore, maybe a couple of iron ores, certainly one more iron plate. So I think we've now got 3 iron ore, so maybe we do a 4th iron ore. Should be able to see because it should be in the group, but I can't see the group until... Oh no, I can do it on trade menu, can't I? Groups, there we go. So yeah, we already had one, so we've added 3 more. We already had one of them. Oh, it's manually stopped. We don't want it manually stopped. Wanted automatic. And we got our steel train. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Have we restocked? Have you done your job, bots? Not really. Oh, we've got some furnaces in there. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Ah, I never connected that up, didn't I? Right. Was that in logging range? Yeah. Robocall range. If in doubt, make sure the bots have got 1,000,000 jobs to do. Because that's never a problem. Okay. So yeah, we'll go take them out. We'll then probably want something basically... We'll basically copy this up. We might do a smaller version for steel. And then we have at least got some way of bringing everything into these stations. Ah, look, the copper one's done its thing. Excellent. Apart from obviously the uranium, which, you know, we will have to sort out. I never filled in the gaps here. Some source. We've now got 4 trains, which are sat, waiting, raring to go. Full of iron ore. And vim and vigour. So when this all gets built in, they will do their thing. Cool. Yeah, let's go take them out, and then I might actually build in the... So we'll be lacking the steel, but we could build in a little purple build. And get cracking. We can also, if we clear these guys out, we can also extend the solar panels that away, rather than up. Okay. What do these trees look like? Woody with green bits on the top, obviously, but you get what I mean. Okay. Bin. 3 bots. Poison ready to go. Awesome. So it's pretty easy when they're relatively sort of small like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's park up. Oops. Where are you parking? Park up next to the robot. And the tank will get restocked. Okay. Why have we got science bottles in there? That's weird. I guess that's my belt. That's wait. Ah, I got a night vision in there. I'm wondering if that's something I've accidentally disposed of via, you know, personal loggy being set. Because that's a bit weird. Pop you in there. Having 2 of them. And also, if I can just take them, drop them in the things here. 2 in there. Yeah, cool. So yeah, we want purple. I think. Missing the materials for construction. Is that just telling me that there's not enough? Because we've got loads. Missing the material. I think that just means there aren't enough bots available to do the jobs. They've all been assigned to something else. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right then, so purple science. Let's leave ourselves a little bit of a gap here. We've been squeezing everything in really tightly for no apparent reason, but let's just, we want our first kind of machine there, say. And purple science. And we'll do the whole thing of can I maybe double line it? Prod modules and furnaces. So we would then need stone and steel, just iron plate. Yeah, okay. So put stone and steel on there. 1, 1, 1. Okay. I wonder if I could actually. That was there. So that was the... We need one gap, don't we? That didn't quite work. So that was that one. So we need to bring iron plate to you. So that's fine. Because we also need to bring... What should we call it in? It's a little messy. Those that are long-handed taking it out. Then... Because if this is... Actually, probably better the other way around. That's that one. Because we can then put the prod and furnaces here. Bring them in like that. That can be the purple. So then this would need to be iron plate, which we know we've got now coming in via some train there. In which case, well, it's maybe, yeah, not overthink that bit just yet. So iron plate there, because then this stone and steel, which is a point. We don't have stone drop off, do we here? Do have stone here. So I could just temporarily steal it from there, and it's not doing anything. But yeah, that feels like a gap. We'd need an extra drop off. If we go all the way around, isn't it? So oh, that's a bit annoying. Just go simpler, I think. Okay, so we would need iron on one, steel on the other. I'm going to need steel for that anyway. Cool. Let's take the power over so it stops flashing at me. Driving me insane. And we'd have to split that. Messy. Messy. So maybe split it there. so. And then I didn't put them in the end, did I? No, that's iron plate now, isn't it? So what we actually want is something like that. You there. That one there. Yeah, it did not. Oh, it wouldn't because it's the wrong thing. So it actually needs to be there. Trying to get it to force build and actually let's make it a little bit more even. Can't because it was the wrong place. Okay, let's go with that. Now, how many of them do we actually want? How many are we doing? We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we've got 12 oils. Sorry, 12 blue. But that's double craft, isn't it? So 12. So I'm trying to do vaguely one a second. Vaguely. 12 machines. Yeah, so 24. So 21 second craft time, but 3 per craft would give us. So one machine would be giving us 3 each craft, so 7, 14, 21. So if we had 7 machines, it would produce something vaguely approximating 1 a second, but we've got a 4 set there, so we might as well just copy it in. Cool. What I didn't do is put them in there. Okay. Now, in terms of, well, if I have a pretend beacon in there, if you are making prod modules, how many do we need? So if we're looking at purple science, we only need 7. We've got 7 machines. So in other words, a third of a prod module becomes 1 science pack, basically. So if we need 7 a second, which no, we don't. What am I talking about? Every second. No, we need 1 every 7 seconds, don't we? Ages since I did this maths. So 7-second craft. Yeah, so every 7 seconds we need 1. And we need a bit more than that because we're actually doing a bit more. So every 7 seconds, so we would need, say, 3. Okay. So they can then go. Actually, if we do, because these are red and green, aren't they? Yeah. So if we got kind of red and green coming that way. So they're the ones going out. And then on the other side, because these guys, now these are super quick, aren't they? 5-second craft time. Yeah, so it's faster than we need. So just one of them's fine. But they also need red circuits, which of course we have on there in theory. But you also need stone bricks. Now, as it happens, well, that's available here. So, because that's another thing we're missing on this. We need but you need both stone and stone brick. I don't suppose you've finished this yet, have you? You have? And we have trains unloading. Wow. It's all happening without me doing anything. Oh, and one's actually going for a new load up. Cool. Awesome. We've got one saying moaning about destinations. What are you moaning about? Who was moaning? Which? Oh, you're not moaning anymore. Fine. Okay. But yes, this needs. What I was wondering is if I could stick in more build orders, basically. So if we go, we don't want another. Put a T junction in, and another stacker, and we'll put our 4 in. But we're going to need stone and stone brick. And what are we doing? Yes, so this was going to become both coming this way now. And what we therefore actually want to do is filter the stone out that way, so that we can send the stone brick this way. Because this is the steel. Yeah. Weirdly convenient. So we need to connect that to steel. That one. Yeah, that one's the iron ore. Iron plate, rather. That is inserter. And then we need a whole circuit built there, don't we? Red and green. Because we've got steel, stone brick. So if we swap this to that, we can hook up. Arrange that a bit better. Not really. So this needs to be iron plate and steel. Which ones are they? Here. Is this iron plate? Looks like it. There is no iron plate, which is a little mysterious. What's... Ah! I have not connected these. That's our problem. How are we doing on power? 192. Okay. Could probably do with a little bump. Let's put something in there, maybe. Ah, those are not the same. I don't think I've accidentally moved that one over, haven't I? That's annoying. Oh well. Don't matter. Let's just give the bots like lots to do. Ooh. Hmm. If in doubt, give the bots lots to do. Cool. Yeah. So if that eventually becomes iron, or iron plate rather, wrong button. And say that comes across there. Actually, slightly easier. Let's take it that way. Getting that one in again. It's you, isn't it? Yeah, you've got steel issues. I think I'll just chuck it in here. Well, basically the same thing. What we got? Yeah, one there, one there. Stacking on the input there. I think we only really want a couple of drop-offs. So that one and that one. And then let's just do the one pickup. Whether we then want straight bit of track in there. Cool. So even more bot jobs for the bots to do. So what I'm thinking here is we've got copper and iron plate, so we could put in a green circuit build, no troubles at all. I'm sure we'll need them for gold science as well. So a little, I'm not keen to steal those green circuits because I guess we could build that and sort of route them round and stuff, but not a fan, not a fan. Copper cables are not getting, huh? I guess because this is only, yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? All those red circuits. Bonkers. We still haven't got iron ore. Oh, here we go. go. How many iron plate ones did I end up with? There's only 2. So really we want a third one. Okay. So, if we ever got iron plate coming in, then what we really want here is some green circuit builds. Take them a little bit further up. A little bit of a gap. I'm just going to copy this. Might as well. Yeah. Boop. Going the wrong way, isn't it? But that's fine. Because we want to split this. So that we can also hang out. Oh wow, it's got wooden power poles on it. Crikey. Don't know about that. Wooden power poles of all things. Crikey. Crikey. Which is the iron plate? The iron plate is... Wait. That's wrong, isn't it? Because that would need to be like that. That needs to be the input, and that's the output, and then that's the output, and that's the input. Okay, which means that should be our second iron plate. Where are you, my friend? You are this one. So that's a second iron plate. I guess it should really be on the far side, shouldn't it? No, I don't think it matters. We're not going to be able to feed this much copper in, I know that much. time? 5 o'clock. Okay. I'd at least like to get some purple science made so that we can at least do the fake transmission and get ourselves moving there. I think I got rid of... Yeah, I've used up my fast inserter. So we'll just put that in for the time being. I believe... No. There. That one needs to be the iron plate, doesn't it? Okay, so that one. Which was which? So that's the iron plate. And that's the copper. Okay. Seems we're having a real problem with these two. Is it those two? Missing material for construction. Is it? Have I accidentally created a separate network? I have. Look. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh look, iron trains going and doing iron train things. Oh, and this has all been built in as well. Iron trains. Thank you very kindly. Copper's already happening. Yeah, I'm loving this parameterisation. It's all just, you know, just works, basically, type situation. Do I actually need more drop? I'm just thinking, if we're doing the whole steel thing, actually having 4 drop-offs there would be better, but we'll forget all about that. What we can do is use... Well, no, let's let them build it in first. Are we having any pollution issues anywhere? That's all fine. They're getting close to being angry. I don't like how close that is, given it's desert, but whatever. Okay. Our plate just coming in now. Okay. Interesting part is going to be plastic. Let's just build. Well, it's way overkill, that green circuit build, but it's kind of deliberate. So if we kind of take what? Well, let's just copy all of this and then edit it. So pretend beacon in there. Move you up so you're about the same level. Oops. Big rock is in the way. Good old big rock. So that one there is our plastic and green circuits, I think. It's not even powered, that one. Oh, look. Oh, it's not quite gone. Not far off, though. That one's got nowhere to put its copper. Anyone else doing copper? You're a tiny little bit of copper mysteriously buried over there. Okay. Let's just use a wooden power pole. Any other little bits of copper? There's a little bit of copper there. Oh, I think we'll have to leave that on. There's a tiny bit in here. Goodbye, Iron Patch. You have served as well. Just that bit in there. Also, can we put that in there? Now looks safe. We do have a bit of coal here, though. Which I can't really get at. Yeah, just leave that for now. Okay. So we would need copper here. So we might as well. Give that a split. To there. And split again. Oh, I might have out of everything. Oh, it's because the personal logistics is not switched on. They're short by modules. Okay. Because we're going to need to take the red circuits and green circuit. Blue circuit, rather, at some point. So we do want to split there as well. But we need plastic. Plastic is the issue. Are we then sorted? We don't. Oh no, we need the steel building. Okay, so this one here. So that needs to be a iron plate drop off, and that one needs to be the opposite flip side drop off, because obviously. And then this needs to be a pick up the steel. We then need, so we've got the whole 5-to-1 thing. So I can just put in one array, I think. Two rather, sorry. Obviously it's two. Do I want to copy this bit just so that I've got the spacing about the same? Yeah, go on then. So we do that bit. And pop that on the power poles. Awesome. Except, wait, is that right? Yeah, except that this doesn't need to be a... four, and similarly this doesn't either. They're going the other way. Why are they going the other way? I think because it's... yeah. I've done it as that. Yeah, there we go. So, get rid of that. So this only needs to be a... like that. But we do need the 4. Well, no, we don't. We need a... well, it's not even this, is it? Because it's 5. But that's right. In fact, let's put that up there. Oh, look, you're delivering stuff. You're delivering stuff. Yeah, I'm massively keen on the whole parameterisation. I think that's super addition. Yeah, this should really be a 5 thing and what have you, but yeah, whatever. Don't appear to have... what's going up there? So that's like that, isn't it? There you go. There's no point actually having those there. I might as well kind of kill them off. But we know where they need to go. Cool. And then we take that. No, we don't. We take that. And if that's the input on that side, I need to flip that, don't I? One there. One there. Power connection. Input. Output. Output. Input. This is why we needed a third one. Because that one, now that they're full, hopefully full. Train limit. Yeah, train limit's only on 1, which is good. I mean, the stacker's sort of unnecessary at this point because I think these are all set to 1 basically. But yeah, so that one can now go to 1 or both of those. Didn't I have another one? Don't I need 4? How many have we got in the iron plate group? I only got 3 in the iron plate group. That's bad. We want 4. At least we probably want more than that, to be honest with you. But let's go with 4 to start with. We have random bit of belt. Let's get random. Let's get rid of random bit of belt. Once you're powered up, that'll get them built. We don't have the modules for them, but that's fine. Cool. Eventually, this should create a steel pickup's worth. What are you doing? Interesting. Yeah, and that'll kick that one in. Cool. So what we're lacking is plastic. Now, we could just double this up, I think. Well, not quite double it up, maybe half as much again it up. It gets a bit too complicated with chucking that in. And then we simply... I think I might head over there and do it by hand. But we basically need to split this plastic off. Are these now... I've only got 2 on advanced oil, haven't I? I haven't got any modules in them. Wow. Let's put some modules in then. So I think we might just put in a 1. Cool. And put 1s on them. Come on. Okay, so we've got extra plastic there. And we need to feed it in over here somewhere. It's miles away, isn't it? Let's maybe think about coming up here. No. Let's think about coming up here. Roboport's in the way again. It's the most in the way roboport that's ever been. I should really put in a new plastic build, but yeah, whatever. That's hooking up to entirely the wrong thing. Well done there. No. Where are you? Over here. That's that dead coal situation, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I wonder how close we are to going nuclear. So that's plastic. Because we need to do that. And that, we could stick them on as well, I guess. As they're both purple. Purple. Ooh, coal liquefaction. Nice. So yeah, plastic should happen at some point. If we put that as Logging contents, and then we go assign a combinator. Probably need, well, we could do it on, do that. So if the number of the, oh, it's already over 50. Huh. Huh. So put it on 100. Someone's pointing out that they recently added this. You can set the constant now. So it doesn't have to output 1, it could output 2000 if you wanted. Which, that feels like that's going to be massively useful. Cool. So, I want the input count. Cool. Yeah, so when that gets to green, when that gets over 100, rather, we will get a signal on there. Kind of impressed with this patch. It's only, it's only a small one. It's already got us the 50 things. Nice. Ah, red circuits. Excellent, which should mean we don't have any steel, obviously, but we can make some rod modules. Cool. Yeah, cool. Nice. We're doing time. It's only 5:20. So if steel ever arrived, let's have a check. There's no steel coming yet. What have I done wrong here? Well, they're completely the wrong way around. How have I managed that? How have I managed that? Okay. How have I managed that? Okay, so if that gets fixed, then that should sort us out for making some steel. I just wonder if we can pinch a little bit. Because I'm already bringing steel in here from the other one. Be nice to get it up and running and get, get some purple science to happen. But yeah, let's think about doing gold then instead. Let's just wait. Now, gold science is blue circuits, which we can make right here, and then flying robot frames, And low density structures. LDS, of course, are simply copper, steel and plastic, which we've basically just brought in. And robot frames are more complicated. Because we need things like batteries and all sorts. But let's instead think about making a few blue circuits over here. Do I want to just copy this one again? I think this one was horrible, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think I like that one. So. There for the time being. Let's just do the normal. So what was I going to do? I was going to bring. So take the blue out that way. In fact, probably better on the other side, isn't it? And I can just sort of send it that way. What ratio are you? You're like only 2. Yeah, so we go. Doesn't really matter. We'll stick them in there. Put some reds up the side. So I've ratioed out the science, but with the circuits and stuff, I just stuck in a load of random stuff. So we need acid. And we need acid anyway, because we're going to need robot frames. Batteries for robot frames. Okay. Might be better actually if I put them on one side. And maybe we can augment them. More green circuits at some point. Power science there. And then we want... What do we want? Chemical labs. To make... Well, actually... Yeah, no, let's do the sulfur there. 50 a second, you're only going to consume 0.37, so whatever we have there. Probably going to be fine. Blue circuits, it's just whether it's enough to also make the batteries. So you're going to need 5 a second in theory. You only produce 2 a second. That needs something. Yeah, it needs iron plate as well. So we need just 2 of those. Where's the nearest water? Absolutely miles away. Right. So those are water. In fact, if we flip that one and that one, then you still need solid though, don't you? Just iron plate though, which we have something of somewhere over there. That one maybe. Okay, and then these 2. Yeah, that'll work, I think. So if we go, well, if we do that, flip it over. In fact, actually, doing that out of there might be better. So you need to connect to water. So. And then, where's the other one? There's the other one. So this needs to be petroleum. Which we've got over here. Oops. That's not sensible, as it should be on the other side, really. Oh. Right, let's do it the other way round. Because that's in the wrong place anyway. Like that. Connect them up. There we go. Except there's nothing in it, because I didn't connect that part. Oh, very little petroleum. I guess a big part of that is because... Oh no, it's feeding back in here. But these aren't like pressured or anything. Is anything full? So light oil's quite full, as you kind of expect. Let's get some modules in there. And I guess we could put some in there just because we should do really. But a bit like that. Maybe squeeze an extra one in here somehow. Like that, maybe? Without getting too complicated. So that just connects there. Hopefully they're bringing that. Now, I did have a different modular arrangement there. Oh, of course you won't let me do that yet. Oh, but the solar power's just been sneaking up and sneaking up. That. Bit more dramatic on that view, but it's like... well, it's accumulators, obviously. Same difference. Okay. I want to outsource all this eventually. So I've got a thing in my head about maybe doing something vaguely resembling a mega base, old school mega base. Like 2,000 a minute or something. So you're full. Why are you full? Because you've not got iron plate to make sulfuric acid. Okay. Okay, let us sort that out then. Oh, it's too far. Let's go. So if we ended up, say, there, there. It's in the way again, that roboport. The world's most in the way roboport. Let's put you here. About the 12th time I've moved it. Okay, so that gets iron plate coming that way, which then gets sulfuric acid once it arrives here. These could do with a little speedy boost. And then maybe prod in them. We have acid, which means we are about to have blue circuit. No, we're not. What am I wrong there? Oh, I've only hooked one of them up. Okay. That's not great, is it? Let's do it on the other side. Oh. And now these definitely need a bit of moduling. Cool. Blue circuits. Nice. Have we not done any purple yet? Have we seriously not got a train's worth of steel? Oh! I haven't even made any steel. Because idiot did an idiot thing. Dearie me. Dearie me. Finally! It'd take ages to fill up a train's worth, isn't it? How are we doing? 5:36. Probably won't happen before the end of the stream. How about then we do what I said I was going to do before, and we just thieve a bit of steel from here. Temporarily, like, kind of add it in here. Oh dear. Right. That would be steel. Those would be furnaces. And this would be nothing happening. Oh, it needs more rail, doesn't it? $30 rail. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. Which maniac came up with this recipe, eh? There it is. Purple. It's not connected. It's connected now. Hurrah. Hurrah and huzzah. Gold then. Now. Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. Because your flying robot frames are very complicated to make indeed. It's interesting, the poll I did, people came out as seemed to be more against purple. Which is interesting because purple's a pain because the amount of steel you've got to stick into it. But actually gold is like the really annoying thing to produce. Because, you know, you've got to have your low density structures, which are absolute resource hogs. I suppose it's not many, but then flying robot frames are just like the worst recipe in the game. Give or take. Just really horrible. Anyway. Yeah. Do we want to make batteries here first? I guess we should. Just get the most convenient. I guess we could look at the maths really. First off. So that would be 0.25 if we're making robot frames. So if we assume the steel and circuits coming in and through some miracle I've managed to make enough. So making them, what we'd also need, so what we would need, what would we need? We're doing gold. Again, it's a threefer. So we would only need, so if we do 8 of them again, then it's 0.03 times 8. So it's 8, 16, 24, 0.24, so a quarter of one per second. And one only produces 0.03. It's 1 to 1, basically, is it? Yeah. I never realised that before. Huh. 0.03, 0.03. Yeah, didn't know that. Interesting. But yeah, flying robot frames. So we're going to need 8 of them, which means we're going to need 0.07 times 8 is 8 sevens, 5 8s, 40, 54, 0.54. So like 2 and a bit. Although we don't care fully, do we? What I was trying to work out basically was, can I just use this iron ore I've got, iron plate rather I've got here? And I think the answer's a nice yes. I do need copper though, don't I? Yeah. And none of that needs copper. Move it all over one. And we can do that. And bring copper up there. Cool. So that'll get us all the, well, not quite, but nearly all the batteries we need. If we can hook in some copper. Let's stretch our copper line even further. I wonder if I should maybe... not really making red belts. Oh, we did thingy. We've done it. We've done a purple. We have purpled. What am I after? I'm after like a couple of them. And a couple of them. And then I can go and put them in. But yeah, we have bacon transmission thing. So let us, because they need copper wire, don't they? I think. Let's do. I think. Yeah, copper wire. So that's copper wire there. What else do you need? You need green, red, and steel, which is all on this side. Excellent. Except I'm going to do this shenanigans again. No, that's the wrong thing. Oh! Right, so do that. That. Cool. Bacon transmission, eh? $65 of them now. Cool. I was going to steal some yet more copper, wasn't I? In fact, no. I was going to replace and upgrade like so. And then you. Probably alright with just keeping them yellow, aren't we? Yeah. How many copper trains did I don't think I actually added that many, did I? We've got... Yeah, there's only one in each of them. So we could certainly add one of them, another one of them, and another one of them. In fact, why not fill it up? Let's treat ourselves. Cool. Any sign of steel happening? Maybe. 3.7k. Not far off. Not far off. Where is stone? We've got 6. We got that one there. That's a bit annoying because it would have been a little, well, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, but it would have been nice to keep that because we're kind of running out of stone here, you see. So it would have been nice to stick in a stone and use that one. Guess I could just plumb it into that. How are we doing on pollution? Okay, no worries. 10 to 6. Okay, so that's copper flowing a bit more freely. So I need copper up there. How can I possibly spaghetti in even more spaghetti? Let's take a little leave from there. So that then gets you copper. And that's batteries out. I guess we could... What flow? Yeah, steel and green circuits as well. So how about... make that a split. And maybe we could just combine them together here. No, no. And then you want steel and electric engines, and electric engines, because they use engines, use steel. Cool. What was the... I didn't look at the numbers, did I, on them? How many of them do we need? So, if I'm then making... I know that one's a 1-to-1 one. Let's leave a little bit of a gap. In fact, no, let's... yeah. Do that. So if this is making engines, say, and then this is making lecky engines. Because that's the one needing steel. Maybe move it down. Cool. Lube, steel, cool. Then, how many do we need? So we're making them. We needed 0.5. So what we needed was... Is that right? Because it ended up being... No, it was 0.5 of them, wasn't it? I can't remember. 0.03, but we needed 8 of them. So that became 8, 16, 24, 0.24, but it's 8. So 0.03 times 8, 0.07, 0.03, so that's 0.24, 7, 14, 21, 24. So we need 4 of them. Okay. And then we want, say, steel. We could just stick. Oops, we could just stick in a. Something messy. Actually, that could go that way, couldn't it? Whoops. So one of these is making gears, the other making pipes. Yeah, So they're in the wrong place. That. So, oops. Oh, way around. Oh, way around. So we do have lube being made somewhere, over there somewhere. So we could route another pipe in. Okay. So we ring green circuits in there. That'll get us engines. You need steel, and then the gears and pipes. Gears and pipes need iron plate. Like so. Where was the steel? Ah, we've actually got train steel here now. Oh, train steel. That's good. So, if this is train steel, don't want to do that actually. Can I route it through that? Not really now. No. Let's just take it one further up there. Across here. Now, what's happened there? No, that's fine. Wasn't something here? Alien steel? No? Okay. Fine. So that's the steel coming in. Already got the pipes and gears, lovely. Need to put that in. This needs to be green circuits then. And we can do that by cheaty splitty methods. You're going to actually look out that one. This would get us that one, but we also need steel on it, which we've just brought round here, so we can do that. Except I don't want to put it on there because that's meant to be the yellow science. We then have... Wait, why is that one... Oh, that's the output. I say, why is that empty? In fact, don't we need greens for robot frames? We do. So why are we doing that then? Because we worked out before Wait, weren't they 1 to 1? Or am I going completely mad? No, it was the robot frames to them that was 1 to 1. These support 2, don't they? Okay, so we do need to put it... Well, we don't need to, but I'm going to put it on a belt. Why aren't you doing anything? Because you've not got any lube. Okay. Yeah, so we have that coming out on there. What's the other thing we need? It is the steel, isn't it? Yeah. So we will reinstate that. Oh, well. Don't mind, we just do that. And then... we need 8 robot frames? Wow, really? Never really registered that. Because they're 20... Oh, it's the 20-second craft time that causes it, basically, isn't it? You don't need a lot, but it's really expensive. Okay. So if you were gold... So I haven't even made the low density structures yet. If that was that, and then they were there. With a direct insert on them. And then we'd have to bring the blue... Oops. No, actually that's better if that's that one. Connect there. Put that over there. Because you need steel. You need all the stuff we just made, basically. Okay, that's a mad arrangement, isn't it? How I ended up doing that? Because I put it too close, that's why. Let's move it over then. 1, 2, 3, that'll do us. That'll do us. Let's let the network bots take care of that, and I'll just go and plumb in this loop. Where is this loop? Where is this loop? Here it is. We kind of want to be in this territory, don't we? What are you lot doing? Causing chaos. Right, so if we put, say, that there, that's nice. Go on. We can kind of fit through that gap somehow, that would be good. So if we go maybe that way. Oh, let's just let the bots do their thing. Otherwise they're going to be moaning all the time. I'm just on the cusp, so I think I might crack on and just finish. Or at least sort of hook things in. But yeah, technically it's end of the stream time. I guess I could try and do my outro-y stuff. So tomorrow we will be playing Satisfactory again. I can't actually remember what I was doing. I'm gonna hop in hopefully after this evening sort of thing, or maybe first thing tomorrow. So I reminded myself what I was doing because I've completely forgotten. I don't know where I got to. But that's lube on them. So that gives them electric engines. I think then that's everything these need. So we can kind of one there, one there, one like that, one like that. What I do know is that we are about to get update 8. Sorry, update 1.1 on Satisfactory. Oh, I'm not going to finish, am I? Because I've got to make blooming identity structures. And that's not happening in like 5 minutes. But let's finish this one off at the very least. Check I've kind of hooked everything in together properly, I guess. We could grab the blue circuits from that. We can do that bit at least. So yeah, we need identity structures. Oh! Belts are in the wrong place. Okay. Never mind then. Okay. I'll grab that though. Right. Engine's coming. What are you missing? Well, you're missing blue circuits because we're apparently not making any because what's happened here? Oh, I flipped that round somehow. Okay. Yeah, the next thing, the final thing on that then will be low density structures. And then we have both purples and golds. Purples and golds. Oh, it seems to be taking a very long time. Oh, it's 1500. Okay. 1500 for Covrex. Crikey. But yeah, what we really need is your buffs. Your buffs. Your robot speeds. And finally, we can get Loggy System next time. And then I feel like we can start upgrading to the next level of parameterization. Cool. Nice copper liquefaction as well. All the fun and cool stuff. I guess one of the things with purple, I was saying, so people had kind of said that, not as keen sort of thing. But it's sort of a bit rubbish what it unlocks compared to gold. So anyway, schedule time. Yes, as I say, we'll be returning tomorrow with some Satisfactory, where I do not know what we are doing, but it will be some hugely interesting and fun stuff. I'm pretty sure we're getting into territory where we're doing the next level of milestones. We're doing all the milestones, and then we'll be able to do the actual space elevator thing, the next part, which I think is the third one, which then only leaves one more space elevator part and 3 more technologies. It seems to have gone a lot quicker than it did my first playthrough, which you kind of expect, wouldn't you? Because that's, that's the whole point of these games. You sort of learn them. Yes, so that's tomorrow. The note on that, as you will see, hopefully on the schedule there, is that we in the UK we're switching over to British summertime tonight, or I guess very first thing tomorrow morning. So we will be at 3 p.m. BST, which is 1 hour ahead of GMT. I'll leave you to do the maths because I completely failed to do it. I just cannot do time zone maths. It just breaks my brain for some reason. So then next week we will again be back at 3 o'clock for Factorio on Saturday and 3 o'clock for Satisfactory. But again, it will be British summertime, so we will be 1 hour ahead. I'd lose an hour's sleep tonight. What a disaster. Yeah, cool. So I guess the other things to note, if you are watching on Twitch, then you can also watch on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also watch on Twitch. You have the option for the platform you prefer, because I didn't pause this for any of them. Because I use Restream to stream to both. So you have that there. YouTube, however, is the one with the VODs. So if you want to catch up on this series, the Satisfactory one, or any of the other series I've done, which is loads of Factorio and other building and management games, then they are all on YouTube as playlists and all that sort of fancy stuff. You can also find me on socials. You can have Blue Sky and Discord. Technically, I've got Twitter. I have basically abandoned that though. But yeah, if you wanted to follow me there and when I post, those are the housekeeping ones for this week. We will be running up till Easter, which will be 20th weekend of the 20th of April in the UK. When I will be taking an extended 3-week break, essentially in streaming. When we come back, I will be switching till 4 till 7, but I say that's all for later. I am busy working away. I've been going a bit mad with this particular video. I've gone really fancy on it and really complicated. The first one of my new law series for Factorio. Some of the sort of subsequent ones will probably be a lot simpler. So what I'm basically saying is that the reason this is taking so long to get out, the first one, is that I'm going overboard on the editing, and the others should be quicker. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it to launch my memberships on YouTube. It's not going to be anything particularly fancy. It's basically just early access to videos. And those, I am hoping, certainly that first one at the very least, will be available. I will launch the membership and it will be available for members during Easter, basically. And then I'm sort of hoping I'll get a stock of them and that, you'll have like quite a long access period for membership. I'm also thinking about maybe letting you kind of decide topics that I do in videos and stuff like that, maybe. But fundamentally, it's just it'll probably be a £5 or something, £5, because that's a rough parity with what Twitch membership is. I say I'll get you early access to videos, but kind of no guarantees on the numbers and frequency of videos, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Just a little perk for those who wanted to do that, because people have mentioned it. Yeah, so I think that's basically everything. Yeah. Cool. So, we will be back tomorrow for Satisfactory. So, if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.